big problem is that there's more debt than there is money. What is money and why isn't it working for us? Well, there's a problem with money, and the problem with money is that it's centralized. The money supply is controlled by central banks. Bank of England, the Federal Reserve, things like that, which tend actually to be conglomerates, cartels if you like, of private banks, which are for the most part utterly corrupt. What happens in the UK is that when the government wants to raise some money to perform its duties that it promised to do at the last election, that you apparently voted for, or not, is that it tends to go to the central bank and says, hey, we need a few £100 billion, please. And the central bank goes, sure, we can do that for you, and it creates it out of nothing. It literally conjures it out of thin air and gives it to the government, who then spend it on whatever they're spending it on. The central bank's happy to do this for two reasons. First of all, that they can charge whopping great amount of interest on it. And secondly, that the government puts up a security. And that security is effectively tax. What they have done is they've mortgaged not just you paying tax over the next few years of your working life, but also your kids and your grandkids as well. They've been mortgaged by the government. Nobody has ever agreed to this, by the way. I don't ever remember signing a social contract saying that this was okay. And it's not something that the government ever wants to talk about. It's not something that you'll find in the mainstream media. But it is in fact true. This is pretty much how the system works. What they then do is they create an ultra complicated tax system that nobody understands. The tax system in the UK is actually 12 times bigger than the King James Bible. It's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of highly complex, highly technical pages that literally nobody can understand. Most people in the UK, most average working people, will give away around 45% of everything that they earn every year in tax. Think of it this way: if you started paying all of your tax up front on January the 1st, it would be somewhere around mid-June before you earned any money for yourself and your family. It's shocking. It is absolutely shocking. The other big problem is that the debt that the UK government and all the other governments owe is not shrinking. No matter what the politicians say, it's actually getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's growing exponentially. Since the financial crash of 2008, the amount of debt that the UK government has tripled. Okay, they've not brought the debt down. They're there's 3 times as much that they actually owe. Well, it's not that they owe, it's that they've mortgaged you to owe that. So this situation is a problem.